What's good YouTube? It's of course Surviving Prophecy, and today's video is basically about why I think hip hop is dead. Now, obviously, over the years, hip hop has been a very uplifting platform for a lot of people in different generations. The '80s, the '70s, the '90s, the early 2000s. Where hip hop took the turn for the worse, I don't really know. I mean, a lot of people want to blame. A lot of people want to blame it on mumble rap, saying that mumble rap is the reason why hip hop is not, where it's at. But if you really think about it, hindsight, it's actually helping hip hop. To be honest with you, as much as we clown mumble rappers, they're doing pretty good than lyrical rappers, to be honest with you. They're selling more albums, they're touring around the world, they're doing this and they're doing that. And then when you see rappers like Jadakiss, Papoose, Loyal Banks, Cassidy, not the girl Cassidy, the rapper Cassidy, um, when you see, who else? Um, there's just so much rappers, that doesn't get the credit because their voices aren't heard, or they just don't care, or the public audiences don't care about it, They like into like they like the beat more than they like the lyrics, And when 6ix9ine came on the scene, he took over. A lot of people want to, question, his work ethic, if he's even trying. Sometimes like he be just throwing out random videos and getting everybody hyped. But when you really listen to him, it's awful. It really is. If you do, like, if you listen to 6ix9ine a cappella wise without the beat, all he's doing is just yelling gibberish. He's not really putting words together. He's not really making words form in a sentence that we can understand. He's just yelling at the top of his lungs just to get his point across. You know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, people look at Young and May. Young and May, she's one of the last person that anybody would want to, consider an elite MC. If you look at Megan Thee Stallion, the same thing, like she's outworking these females, Nicki Minaj, do you put Nicki Minaj in that MC category, even though she raps like a 5-year old? You look at, Cardi B. Cardi B is not even a rapper. She's more of a pop artist than she's a rapper. Um, you know, um, I would put, Nicki Minaj in that pop group category. She doesn't strike me as a MC. You know what I'm saying? Megan Thee Stallion, Young and May, Snow the Product, I think that's her name. I would probably put them in the class with MC Light. You know what I'm saying? Because they have materials. They can put words together. Kind of like a running back, where a running back doesn't necessarily need hoes. They could create their own hoes, or just like a point guard. A point guard could create his own shot. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a rapper, where a rapper, they could take any silly, non catchy beat and make it hip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been seeing a lot of rappers do instrumental beats off of "A Thousand Miles" by Vanessa Carlton, and it's catchy. That song is really catchy. Most people might say, "Wow, how can you really turn that beat into something?" Or how can you really turn that song into, a catchy, you know, or beat or music, you know? Like, if I walk 1,000 miles, if I can just see. Go look at, type in that song and type in trap music or just put in trap music, and then you'll see how many people literally took that beat and made a hit off of it. You know, just like 6ix9ine Gummo, you know, he did it first, and what happened? Rico Reckless took that, made a beat off of it. A lot of Meek Mills took that beat, made a hit off of it. You know what I'm saying? So I think the genre of rap is changing from the 80s and 90s. You know what I'm saying? I think there's no more gangster rap. You know what I'm saying? I think there's just more drill music, more, I mean, you could say the mumble rap is dying a little bit because you don't see a lot of mumble rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would I categorize mumble rapper? Little Xanax, Little Nas, 21 Savage, Kodak Black. The list goes on and on. The list goes on and on. So I just think that the state of hip hop is just dying. You know, most people do want that, you know, that lyrical back. Like, they want to listen to more lyrical rappers, you know, like Tom McDonald, like Church, like Jonah Lucas, you know what I'm saying? Like those type of people, you know, those woke rappers, you know what I'm saying? Because you have different rappers. You have drill rappers, you have woke rappers, you have mumble rappers, you have conscious rappers, you have intelligent, not really intelligent, but you just have those different types of rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you categorize today's hip hop music wise? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really, like, is rap really dead to you? Or is it just evolving into something that we've never seen before? You know what I'm saying? Because rap back then in the 80s and 90s, it was everybody for themselves. You know what I'm saying? You had a young Jay-Z, you had a young 50 Cent, you had a young Nas, you had Pac and Big, you had Eminem probably later on, like around 1999 or 1997. You know what I'm saying? So you had all these great MCs coming up, you know? And a lot of people, after Pac and Biggie died, we didn't know where the state of hip hop was gonna go. You know, like, who's gonna take this crown? You know, like, who's gonna do this? Who's gonna do that? You know, like, we felt like there was nobody on God's green earth that can replace those two, because there was legend, there was living legend for a short period of time. You know, like, they didn't even live their full lives yet. You know, I mean, they died. Biggie died at the age of 24 and Pac died at the age of 25. So they died like 1 year apart from each other, you know, and they both Geminis. So that's even that's even the worst part about it. You know what I'm saying? So not really, but in terms of making the right decisions, because Geminis are known to making boneheaded, stupid decisions sometimes. Like they don't really make the smart decisions. So, you know, if Pac and Big never met, who would have known? Nobody would have known how they would have panned out. You know what I'm saying? You know, Pac was blaming Big for, you know, the shooting in the elevator in New York. You know what I'm saying? So now Pac looked at Big so differently. You know, they were like best close friends. Um, and then, you know, they actually made a track that Eminem produced, you know, Dying to Live, I should say, which is a pretty good track. I'm gonna make a video reaction about that. Because I haven't heard that junk since it hit TRL, you know. But, you know, I mean, the state of hip hop is going to grow for the newer generation. You know what I'm saying? Like we had our fun in the sun. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, DMX, Jay Z, Nas, all of them. They're like they're the last of the Mohegans. You know what I'm saying? Like they're the last stepfathers of the game. Jay Z is not even putting out music like that no more. Nas is not even putting music like that out like that no more. 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? So, and to be honest with you, when the East Coast and West Coast was beefing, guess who was very, very quiet? The South. I forgot to mention the South. The South was real quiet, and then the South started booming around 2000. And then that's when you had like Plies and Lil Wayne and Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? And Crime Mob, and you had Nelly and Ti and Young Jeezy, and I mean you just had a plethora of great South rappers that obviously took it to new heights. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have different music from different areas. You know what I'm saying? Like Chicago, New York, LA, Memphis, Atlanta, Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have a plethora of great artists that people can vibe to. You know what I'm saying? Like my cup of tea, I listen to a lot of Chicago rappers because I believe that New York rappers are just dead to me. There's nobody. Obviously, there's nobody. There's nobody that can fill Biggie and Pac's shoes. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like there was nobody worth listening to in New York because Biggie and Pac brought that energy that you just can't grasp or you just can't teach. You know what I'm saying? Now you have cats like Casanova and Bobby Schmurder and you know and you had Mano, you had Papoose, you had Young and May, you had Nicki Minaj, you have Cardi B, you have 6ix9ine, and they all from New York. Different parts of different boroughs, but they all from New York. Jay Z, Nas, you know what I'm saying. So you had all these great talented rappers, but none of them can't hold a candle to Big and Pac, obviously. So that's why I just started listening to a lot of Detroit rappers as well. Molly Brazy, T Grizzly, Eminem, of course, Royce the 5'9", who was actually uh, with Eminem in Bad Meets Evil and Slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying? So I listen to a lot of Chicago music. I listen to a lot of Detroit music. New York music is dead to me. I don't listen to no New York music unless it's like music from the 90s, unless it's like DMX, any Nas old songs, Jay-Z's old songs, Biggie, Pac. But for me, I don't listen to New York music no more. I just don't, Um, I mean, G-Shock just died a couple of days ago. So, I mean, that's crazy. Him and Pac, Digital Underground, that's where Pac made his mark, And Pac decided, again, Geminis make bad decisions. He chose death row. And that was the dumbest decision that Pac ever made. But he wasn't really going nowhere when he was Digital Underground because he was his own man. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't tied to no strings when he was with Digital Underground, but he felt like his voice wasn't being heard. You know what I'm saying? So he did what he had to do, and I mean, obviously at the end, it didn't pay off. But yeah, man, just tell me what you think about the state of hip hop. Is it dead? Is it buried? Is it coming alive? Kind of. And I listen to a lot. I listen to a lot of Tom McDonald too. I don't necessarily agree with the songs, some of the songs, but I understand his message. You know what I'm saying? Some of his songs I like, some of his old songs I like, some of his new songs is just, like when he made the remix to "I Am" by Eminem. He killed it, and I'm gonna make a video about that probably Friday. But But yeah, man, just let me know in the comment section down below. What do you view? What do you see the state of hip hop becoming? Like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.